a natural partnership.
We feel that participating in the marathon gives Tenneco and Tenneco Gas a chance to further participate in the community life of Houston. This is our home, and we feel that if we can engender more spirit in our community, then that benefits all of us that live here.
Well, it was great having the Downtown Houston Association being a part of the marathon this year. This is the first time for Marathon and for the association. We had a great cupola that was celebrated through downtown Houston.
1994 Houston Tenneco Marathon is on the road.
Activities included an international reception honoring visiting dignitaries from Mexico. DHA also coordinated with other volunteer organizations to ensure that the crucial last mile of the race was a fitting welcome home for these dedicated athletes. Volunteers from these organizations came to cheer the runners on, and the color and pageantry of this home stretch was ensured by DHA arching the streets of downtown with colorful mylar streamers that carried the breeze. And finally, DHA honored the runners themselves with creation of the Courage to Challenge Award, a very special recognition for runners familiar with tough races.
Having spectators out, people caring about whether or not you make it to the finish line means just about everything to the runner, especially at the end of the race, which happens to be in downtown Houston. You need some adrenaline. You get adrenaline by people telling you you've got it and you can make it to the finish line. Big help.
I think they did several things. First, for the runners coming through on the last mile, they had people, they had all types of support, and when you're coming off the end of a 26-mile grind, it's good to know and good to see people who are cheering you on. I think their Courage to Challenge Award is great because people participate in the marathon as a challenge to themselves. And this is recognizing the challenge that people have overcome, challenges that they have created within themselves.
From a large field of very deserving candidates, 5 finalists were selected, including Alan Lawrence, Sandy Boytem, Nafia Godaro, Alexander Galbraith, and John London.
Coming up next, the man who took one of life's greatest challenges and ran with it.
Nasty weather or not, a lot of people these days are lacing up their running shoes and training for the biggest race around here, the Tenneco Marathon in January. A fellow named John London is looking forward to his first marathon. Jeff McShann reports London is already a champion, no matter how long it takes him to finish the race.
Don't never give up. Keep trying. Don't give up.
John London has had numerous chances to lie down and quit. His life hasn't gone exactly as planned. You see, this remarkable man, former welder, is now blind. And despite his handicap, he plans to run in the upcoming Houston Tenneco Marathon.
I saw a show one time, this guy was totally blind, except that he had to hold his hand on somebody else's arm to do the running. So I wanted to see if I could do it without doing that.
Watching and listening to John, you begin to wonder if there's anything he can't do. After his job at the Lighthouse for the Blind, he works out 2 or 3 times a week at the gym, lifting weights and putting time in on the treadmill. It's not an easy task.
It's not. You have to put forth the effort, plus you have to have the desire to do it before you can even probably get started.
John not only has the desire to do it, he has the desire to help others. Through pledges, he is hoping to raise money during the marathon for the Tejas Auxiliary. It's a volunteer group organized to help youngsters cope with many obstacles, such as child abuse, neglect, and of course, handicaps.
Because what I went through as a boy and growing up and finding out I was losing my eyes, I know how difficult that is. And especially when you have to deal with it alone or by yourself or however. But when you look at a little child, there's no way a child can help himself without someone else that's helping them.
So in the meantime, John continues to train for this grueling 26-mile run coming up in January. Now, how dangerous is it for a person that's legally blind
to get out there and run every day.
As far as anyone else, I do not recommend anyone to do what I'm doing because not many people acknowledge this. Either they don't understand what this cane means or they simply just ignore it. So I could make one mistake. If I trip, I could fall in the path of a car. Otherwise, I'm fine.
But that sounds almost too dangerous.
It is.
I mean, why risk your life to go out there?
Because I think these children are more important than I am. If I can help anyone deep inside to encourage them to move forward and try to be very positive instead of dwelling on the negative, that's what I like to do.
And that's what the Spirit of Texas is all about. With John London, Jeff McShann, 11 News.
To present the first annual Courage to Challenge Award, please welcome Kevin Gilbride.